Hi guys. That's my printer. It's acting up. I printed something and now it won't stop acting like there's stuff to print. Oh, what am I gonna do? That was a quick turnaround. I'm back. I'm ready. I really thought I had this scheduled for 4:15. Made a note on my future schedule. All right, my printer won't now shut off, so hold on. Okay, it does say it's turning off. Do you guys hear it in the background? It's spooky. It's a ghost there. So, thank you guys for joining. I'm just gonna hang out for a couple seconds here, wait for a few others to join. I did make an announcement on the page. If you are with me and you're here, please say hello. Let us know where you're from. Are you enjoying the virtual? Are you getting a lot done? Can answer all or any of those questions. And it's still acting up. I hope it stops pretty soon. So I wanted to share with you some of Stampin' Up's most recent scrapbook workshops. They have a huge commitment. These are two workshop kits that I am sharing with you that are my absolute favorite. They have 4 or 5 workshops. Each of the workshops comes with everything that you need to create 3 double-page layouts. And great news is they're on May 5th, we have about 5 more, 5 or 6, I can't even remember. In addition to scrapbook supplies, we have about 5 or 6 more workshops being introduced on May 5th. So very, very excited. So this one here is called Everyday You and Me. I love the colors. I love the combination. And I really can appreciate all the little accent pieces. So all these little die cuts come with the kit. The only thing done different here is all the edges were distressed on here. I just like adding that dimension to it. So here is the first page, second page. Comes with stickers. It comes with these little punch out here. Looks like we did some blending on here. And then we have the second double page layout. Look how beautiful this collection is. It's absolutely stunning. I love this paper here is exclusive paper that you can only get within the kit. Looks like we did a little bit of stamping on here. Actually, I think this was pre-printed. And look at these accent pieces. Added some dimensionals to it. Again, more distressed edges. And the third page layout that comes with this workshop. So these pieces are punch outs that you create and punch in. So this again is exclusive paper that you added to the top. And here we got some additional punch outs here. You and Me. Look at those beautiful flower bursts right there. Simple, but elegant. And then the second one is called Wildflower Celebrations, Birthday Celebrations. I think it's called Wildflower. This is my second favorite one. I love that the opportunity, they're very clean lines. It's got opportunity for journaling. Again, did some distressing with crumb cake ink. So love the added pocket cards. And this paper kit comes with so many die cuts and punch outs. Just if you want to create your own, there's a ton of opportunities there. So again, simple, elegant. I think if I was to embellish this, I'd probably add a little bit more here, add some embellishments on top, but it's just a simple page, fun, straight to the point, great to celebrate for birthdays, engagement parties, graduation. And then the last one right here, again, this is exclusive paper that comes right with the kit. These punch outs all come with the kit. And see the little gems here. This looks like they're the in-color gems. It came with the kit. Just adds a nice little accent there. So, wanted to share those with you. They are on the website. And under the website, it's under Memory Keeping Scrapbook Workshops. So, okay. See if I have any questions here. Sorry, Marianne, I might have misspoken on my last video, so, but it was on the calendar that was posted on the website as correct. So, hi, Christina, nice to see you here. So, my next project that we're going to do is probably the one that has me the most nervous because I did some modification, but my friend Lisa, part of our Crafting Queens team that I'm a part of, she created this cute little photo book album. Now, these travel boxes, the suitcase boxes, how cute are those, right? So, they're perfect for this concept, and you get 10 of them, or 12 of these suitcases in here. So, perfect to create for a friend. If you go, a group of you are going on a trip, create these photo books to organize your memories, or it's just a nice way to decorate and maybe put a little pillow gift in there for your vacation and trip. Or you can use it for Easter, whatever. It's such a great idea. Easy to put together. So I want to share this with you, but I have modified it. So I'm using the On-the-Go paper collection. And how fun is this little book? Now, we are not creating this in the box. That's where I did some modification, but I've created little mini pockets here. There's additional pockets right here to add momentums, tickets, additional photos that you can pull out, right? Look how cute that is. And it fits about 28 pictures. But I'm like, well, nobody has these boxes, so I'm going to be doing it as a creative session. I better figure out how to get this done, that they don't need a box to create it. And I did. It took me 3 times to figure it out manually. And I did not decorate this one, but I do want to share with you that I've created this little book successfully. We will decorate the one we have here. I'll be posting all the assembly guide instructions, cutting measurements, right within the album challenge. And if you create one by midnight tomorrow, you will get points for it. But here we go. We have the little book here. We got all our little pockets here. And honestly, the biggest challenge here is to create this little spine right here. But I'm going to show you. It's really not that hard. So we're going to put that aside right there. You're going to need a scoring tool, and you're going to need tear and tape. This is going to come in very handy. So, and I've written notes on all my sheets of paper. So this is this is going to be our outside base, and it's going to be 3 1/4 by 8 1/2. This is actually the component that I had to figure out, and hopefully I wrote it down correctly. So we're going to score this. And we're scoring this at 3 3/4 and 4 3/4. Right, 3 3/4 and 4 3/4. So that is our center spine right here that we're gonna burnish. Get a nice little crease there. All right, now we're gonna build our spine. And you can coordinate your color spine to match your pages, or you can coordinate it to match the outside of your book. If you guys see here, I was just using scrap paper here. So I just used a scrap piece of Summer Splash here. Obviously doesn't really go. It would go if I used the paper that we were using. And then I created my pages with a white willow cardstock here. I prefer my pages to match the color of my spine. So we are going to use a 3x4 piece of paper. And there is a ton of scoring on this little piece right here. So we are going to score this. Let me see if I can zoom in just a little so you guys can see. We are going to score this at 1/4 inch. We are going to score this at 3/4 of an inch. We are going to score this at 1. Then we're going to score it at 1 1/4. Is that right? I'm going to go backwards because I can tell if it's going to be wrong or not. So then I'm doing 3 3/4. And could be a typo on my part. 3 1/4 and 2 3/4 and 2 1/2 and 2 inches. And I'm going backwards, 1 1/2 inches. So I'm pretty sure this mark is incorrect right here, because you're going to have a 1/4 inch, you're going to have 2 1/2 inch spaces, a 1/4 inch, 2 1/2 inch spaces, a 1/4 inch, and 2 1/2 inch spaces. So let me grab that piece of paper really quick. So it is a typo on my end, and I will fix that on the assembly guides before we post it. So again, I'm going to go from top to bottom here. So the cording is going to be 3 3/4. That's our little flap. Then we're going to go 3 1/4. And then we're going to go 2 3/4. And then I'm going to go 2 1/2. Yep. And then I'm going to go, I should be going to 2. Yep. And then I should be going to 1 1/2. That's correct. Then I should be going to 1 1/4. And then I should be going to 1 3/4. Or actually, yep. And then 3/4. So if you guys see here, we've got 1/4. It's actually not straight, but it won't matter. I'll make it straight. and once we burnish this. So we got our quarter, we got our 2/2 inches, we have our quarter, we have our 2/2 inches, our quarter, and our 2/2 inches. See if I can straighten that. All right, let me toss the bad one aside. And so here, what we're going to do is, these are going to be, I needed to grab my bone folder again. So these are going to be the ends that stick down and hold right here in the center, but we still need to burnish everything. And it's an easy way to figure out where you're going to be using your two-sided tape or your tear and tape. So you do want to make sure that you have a good crease on this spine. You need it to be flexible. But yet sturdy. And okay. So what you're going to do is these 2 1/2-inch circles or 1/2-inch strips are going to create your spine. Those are going to be your mountains, and then your 1/4 inch is going to be your valleys. So we're going to get this folded up for you so you guys can see what it's going to look like. Oops, see, I don't have that one. So we got that, that, and that. See how it creates that, those 3 little spines? It's gonna look very similar to that. There we go, in your book. So the first things we want to do is make sure that these center spines are really sealed well together. So we're going to add tear and tape to each of those 1/2-inch spines. I'm just going to rip a little piece off here. So this is going to be my down section. I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to put a strip right here. I'm going to put a strip. Oh. Well, we're not going to use that strip. I'm going to put another strip on the inside of this 1/2-inch strip. And then I'm going to do another little strip of this 1/2-inch strip. All right, so now we're going to peel these apart. Now, these really come apart very easily. It's just that my thick nails make it more difficult, so I always just use my tweezers. All right, so here we go. We are creating that spine together, and then we are putting that spine together, and then we are going to create this spine together. And there you go. And these are going to be out like this. Right, so we're going to be able to put 3 pouches of pictures in here. I'm just going to really give it a nice blend there. And now we're going to take our tear and tape, and we're going to put it right on the edges of these 2 1/4-inch strips. So I love this tear and tape because it's very thin, but I'm not worried about if it shows up a little bit, because it's really, once we get everything in there, it's really not gonna show up on our page or inside. You're not gonna see it. And I advise you not to take the adhesive off both sides at the same time, or put it on, take it off, put it on, because it's pretty sticky. So we're going to take this here, and we're going to take as I say, it's so easy, and then it makes me out to be a liar. There we go. All right, so now we're going to take these 2 edges here, and we're going to line that up right to the inside of our 1 score mark, and we're going to center it as best as you can. But we want to center that right inside that score mark, and the same here. We want to line this, sorry, that's my total head there. All right, we're gonna line that up. Right there. We're gonna line this one to go inside there. So when I say about getting those score mark, burnish marks really burnished, it's really important to do that. And then we'll get this one down. And now, of course, it's not centered. All right, I'm trying to keep my head out of the way. There we go. And then we're going to get this pinched, and this little area. There we go. Sorry about that. But see how we have 3 little pockets right here? We got a little tear, but that's not really going to show. It'll show a little bit on this project. But we have 3 various different spines. And again, burnishing it is really very important. And getting this part to stick and stay down is really important. All right, now we're going to take our scissors, and you don't really have to do this, but it does help. We're going to just put little cut angles at each of these spines. And when we go to put our pocket pages on, you'll see why. It'll make it just a little bit easier to get those on. And I'm still concerned because this piece here needs to go inside that line, and it's not staying. All right. Next, we are going to build our pages. So you're going to need 3 6x6 pages, and we're going to cut that, we're going to score at 3 inches on each side, and then we're going to do a little cutting. So we are going to score at 3, and we are going to score at 3. Score at 3, rotate, score at 3. Oops. And last one, score at 3, score at 3, and now in order to create these in, oh, let me burnish those. In order to create these as a little pocket, we are going to do a little bit of a trimming, but make sure you burnish these really well. So like I said, the most difficult part of this project is behind us at this point. And I will be posting the assembly guides to the album. This is going to be considered creative session number 2. All right. So here, what we want to do is really kind of create a T. So you're going to cut from the bottom just up to that center piece. And just cut a little straighter than I did. It's not really going to matter, but so you want to cut on the score line and go right up to the center. All right, so when I say, so what my friend Lisa calls them is we just created a pair of pants, right? So, but what we are doing here is we're creating a T like this. And we want to create it so that you have a single pocket. We're going to show you how to create an extra pocket in there. But the easiest way that I can explain it to you is we want to put a piece of tear and tape or double-sided tape right on the edge here. Right? We're going to fold this back, and this is going to get folded here. This is folded back. So it's creating a pocket here, and it's going to create a pocket down here. So I'm going to do that again. And I have 2 other pieces, so if you didn't catch it the first time, you'll catch it the second time. I'll walk you through it each time. And the good thing about replay is you can always pause. And again, like I said, this will be uploaded to my YouTube channel. So this goes back, right? This goes back. This comes forward. And now we have a pocket here and a pocket here. All right, we're going to do it 2 more times. We're going to put this right on the edge here. Right? Oop, wrong side, wrong side. Okay, I'm not going to take that off. It'll get buried. So these are up like this. So this is going to go tear and tape right over here in this right corner quadrant. Right? Now we can take this off. All right, this goes back, that goes back, this folds over. And we have our T, right? Same here. We got our pants, right? Pant legs here. We're gonna put our tear tape right here. right? This goes back, this folds over, this goes back, and this folds over. And we have our tea. So you guys, we are more than halfway done on here. So I'm hoping this folds because this is not really sitting right. But now what we're gonna do is you have your little pocket right here, right? And you have this little pocket here. This is a side pocket that you want to go onto your spine. So we're just gonna take this up here. We're gonna slide this so it fits nice and centered in that spine. Same thing again here. We have our little T, right? And we got that little pocket right there, and we have that little pocket there. But when we set it down, the T is gonna be like this. And we are going to slide that in the center spine. And there it goes like that. And then the same with this. Gonna go like this. But what we need to do is we need to put some additional tear tape because you want it to be sturdy. You don't want these popping out because they come off very easily. Now, my friend put them on both sides, but I have not put them on both sides. I'm just putting tear tape on one side of these 1/2-inch strips again. And like I said, this is the part that's really concerning me, but we'll see how it works. All right, so now peel and strip. You again want to do this one at a time because it gets sticky. And it's gonna, honest to God, it's gonna just slide right in. And push down. And kind of press together. All right. Now we have this one to do. Again, we are going to slide that in. Make sure that they're evened with the other. Push down. And there you go. And then our last one right here. We're gonna take that, bring it down, and slide together. So, there we go. We got a nice little photo book that springs right open. And it's not having any problems or issues with the spine that I thought was a little off. So, now we can decorate. I'm using our on-the-go paper collection. I thought it was perfect for a little travel book. So, I created a front and back. And you're going to want 2 of those. And it's at 3 5/8 and 2 7/8. So we want 2 of those. And And then I'm going to decorate this back of the spine here. But I have a couple options here. So this is 7/8 by 2 7/8. And actually you can make it 3. I'm looking to have a wider border here. So you can go actually up to 3 right here. Or we sell these adorable little puffy stickers. So on mine, I am going to leave my back spine off because this is going to be a gift for somebody. But what I would do is cut out a white piece of strip paper and then put that right behind here, trim around the axis of it. And then I'm going to be dating what this is for our trip. So it'll probably be my 2025 incentive trip that I can put right on side in there. Then we're going to take the inside of these pages. And these inside pages, you can decorate these inside here. I chose not to, but you're going to need, how many of these? 18 2 by 2 7/8 squares. So we're just going to decorate these inside. Now I'm just putting these in randomly. And what's nice is that I can add a 2.5 by 2.5, a 2 by 2, or I could actually put a 2.5 by 2.5 white square, do some journaling in here. So I just love this paper. It's all travel related. We're actually doing a scrapbook boot camp. If you guys have not watched or participated, it's called the 90-Day Boot Camp. And we are featuring this paper collection. And we're creating 12 double page layouts. So each week we go live and we would create some really fun pages. So keep in mind that depending on how you're opening up your book, you're going to want to keep your paper that direction. And I love how all the paper literally coordinates with one another. Okay. I think I'll go this way. Sorry guys, I just hit that camera. I just noticed it. I think I need to definitely work on getting my camera lifted higher from my table, because when I'm crafting here, I'm sitting down, but when I'm going live, I'm typically very, very, very seldom do I sit down. Aren't these cute luggage tags? How cute is this paper? I think I'll go with So I'm hoping my friend likes this little idea that I'm creating for her. And then we're going to go with, see, that didn't go on straight, but it's still closing good, so I'm not complaining. And one last but not least, actually I think I have one more to put on. And then we're gonna go here and I think I will end with the solid. I'll probably put some sort of journaling on the back here. Or say with hugs. So I'm not decorating the inside, but you can. Obviously these inside pages you can. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to create an extra side pocket to these books. So you're going to get these extra pockets, you want to cut a piece of 2 inches by 2 7/8, and it's going to go on the side here. So you're going to fold this or score it, fold it right in half, right? And you can take a circle punch. I'm going to use my punch. Really doesn't matter what size because you're going to measure how much you want to trim off here, right? And I am going to just put, wrong way almost. I am going to just bring that in slightly, just like that. Punch, bring this out, and then I can create a pocket right along the side on here. So now I have a little pocket here, and I have a little pocket here. So I'm going to take a little bit of tear tape, and I'm going to bring it halfway up. I'm going to trim it. I only need a little bit of it. And I'm going to take, normally it would be even thinner than that. I'm going to put that right over here. Right? Because why waste what we have? Not sure if I'm going to get this little piece off, but we're determined. There we go. So now I'm going to take this where there's no, here's a pocket here. Oh, look, I missed 2 pages of decorating completely. We have a pocket there. I'm going to add, actually, there is no pocket there. I'm going to add this right here. Right onto this side of here. And now we have another little pouch right here to stick something in. And then you can use whatever embellishments you want. These are really cute, as you can see. On my other book here, I decorated all the pages with these cute little arrows. And then location sections, right? Little stamps. All different ideas and suggestions. But obviously, you can decorate it any way you want. So, like I said, I'll fix that one error on my assembly guide. And then I will post these instructions along with a copy of the book. And you guys can create. You have till midnight tomorrow to create this little cute little photo album as one of your creative sessions. So, thank you guys so much for joining. I'll check out the comments as well. And I will respond to you very shortly. In the meantime, our farewell call is at 5 p.m. and it's only farewell for tonight. That doesn't mean the fun stops at 5, just hint, hint, just to let you guys know. And then that'll be on Zoom. So I hope to see you guys at 5 o'clock on Zoom. Ciao.